Good morning, everybody. How's it going? I've been pretty good lately. Just dealing with a lot of processing my thoughts and stuff on my own, I guess. I feel like it's the time of year when everybody starts to get even more busy than they've been before, which is kind of crazy because it seems like life is already so stinking busy, so it's hard to believe that it could actually get busier, but somehow it does. With the holidays and family and parties and like shopping for gifts and all the stuff that comes along with Christmas and like decorating and everything, it just seems like so much goes on. From Halloween all the way up to the beginning of the year. So it's like a solid 2 months of chaos, it feels like. I've been working on making hats for this sale still, which has been going really well actually, and I'm really excited about that. I got all these nice colors and I'm like so pumped to do it, and then it seems like I get distracted here or there, or something's going on with the girls, or like I just haven't been able to dedicate my time to it as much as I'd like. But I think I have 6 hats done, so that's a start. I feel like a lot of people probably struggle with it, but with ADHD, like you get super hyper focused on one thing, and you normally like go buck wild buying all the stuff for it and like getting set up, and you may even work on this project for a short amount of time, and then all of a sudden you just like don't care about it at all. And that's kind of what it feels like is happening with these hats. Like I have a full tote of all these different colors of yarn, and I got all these tools to make hats and scarves and all the stuff, and then like no motivation at all. So I've been like giving myself a pep talk and like showing as many people the hats that I do have as possible so that I can get feedback on it, because I guess whenever I feel like other people like what I've done, then it makes me more motivated to keep working on it. I know that's like my love language is words of affirmation. So if I show you my hats, I just need you to tell me that I did a good job so that I can be excited about it again. And I know that sounds like really lame, but for real though, that's totally what gets me moving. But anyway, I kind of wanted to like get my thoughts out there about something that's been on my mind lately. It's like in this environment that I'm in, it's time for like snowbirds to start coming back to Florida, and these are like the people that live up north in the really cold areas of the country, or even Canada. There's a lot of Canadians that come down here around this time of year, and like all the way up to like February. I guess February is like the biggest check-in month for all the snowbirds right after the holidays, and like time to get their stuff arranged, and then they come down. But I've been seeing a lot of my regulars from past years, and they all recognize me and remember me because I mean I served them at least once a week, some of them more than that, for a couple of years. And like even though I was gone for a couple years back in Colorado, they still remember me. And I've had people recently even recognize me whenever I'm out and about. They're like, oh, you served me the other day. And it's kind of been cool, and it feels like, I guess, kind of encouraging, because everybody that I've ran into recently is like, you're so sweet, or you're such a kind, bubbly person, and like they always talk talk about like what reminded them of me, and they seem to have such nice things to say, and I beat myself up a lot. I feel like I'm definitely not alone in that, where people just think so negatively about themselves all the time that you don't necessarily expect people to remember certain things about you, or like even remember you at all. And it's been really cool, and actually has helped me quite a bit that people have been saying kind things about me and remembering me just from such a long time ago. I've had people come back in recently and been like, hey, how's your family doing? I've been praying for you guys. Or I've had somebody come back in and was asking me how certain things were going, and I'm like, bro, how do you even remember that? Like, we had one conversation and you were out to lunch and you were with friends and stuff, but you remember like details about what I said just in a short amount of time. And it's kind of flattering that people are so good at remembering these details about me. Like, I wish I was better at remembering things, but I guess with all that said, like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or like make myself look good, but I've kind of been thinking more like what kind of legacy I'm leaving behind. Like, obviously I'm not on my deathbed and it's not something I really have to think about all the time, but I feel like we need to be more intentional on like what kind of things people are going to remember us by. Like, are they going to remember that you were really positive and you like gave them a great experience when they were out and about? Or are they going to remember that you had a crappy attitude? Or like, what kind of things are you leaving out there in the world? Do people know you for like silly things? Or like, people know that everywhere I go I have a cup of ice, like at least one. When I get to work every morning I have 3 cups of ice, and all my co-workers used to joke about it, and now they're just like, that's a normal thing, you know, like, she's gonna have cups of ice, it's not a big deal. And like, I know that's simple, but it's one of the things that people remember about me. They also, like, I guess a lot of them remember that I try and stay positive and try and like work really hard. Like, I personally want people to know that I have a strong work ethic and that I'm like motivated and that I treat people well. And like, a lot of that I believe are because I'm tapped into Jesus, and he's the one that gives me my strength and my energy. And like, even when I'm struggling in my deepest part of depression, I want people to know Jesus because of me. Like, I want that to be my legacy. I want people to see the positive side and know that like I truly care about people, and I truly want people to have a good time whenever I'm around them, you know. And I wonder what other people like want to be known for. Do you want to be known for like being the best baker in town, or like being super smart or kind or loving, or like, what is it that you want to be known for? I guess there are some people out there that want to be known for like how tough they are and how hardcore or street, whatever, like the way you want to put it. Like, people want to be known for being hard or being the best at whatever they do. And I guess it's kind of just a challenge to everybody around. Like, think about what it is that people see in you. Like, do they know that you are happy? Do they think that you're happy? Because, like, sometimes I'm really not, and I still want people to see positive whenever, like, I'm in the dumps, like when I'm down. I still want people to feel Jesus coming through me, because it's possible. We just have to be intentional on how we treat other people, and like being kind or being generous, being fair. The fruit of the Spirit should be coming through you if you know who God is, and if you truly love Jesus. The Bible says that these things will come from you: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. Like, those should be things that are a part of who you are if you are connected to Jesus. Part of, like, who you are should be those characteristics. And I guess I'm starting to ramble, but just think about it. Think about who you are, what legacy you're leaving, not only for like your family and the closest people to you, but people that may just see you in crossing and see just a few minutes of you, or even an hour, whatever. Like, are you the person that's late to everything, or are you the person that is early all the time? Are you the person that shows up and is super down, brings everybody down around them? Like, I know people like that, and I would hate for people to be like, I'm gonna see Julie today, so dang, it's gonna be this or that. I want people to be like, oh sweet, I get to see Jules today. Like, that's exciting. That's a good part of my day. That's what I want. So I guess just think about it, reflect on who you are, what you do, what your work environment is like, or like when you go to a social event, what do people know about you? And are you proud of what you're doing? And if not, if you feel like you are that one that people are like, well, dang, I have to be around that person again today, change it. Like, you're the only one that can do that. You're the only person that has control of what legacy you leave behind. So work on it. Like, if you don't know how, that's fine. Find somebody that can work on it with you, or like ask people, hey, what do you think of whenever you think of me? And tell them to be honest. Obviously, sometimes the truth hurts, but most of the time it's really not that bad, and people see you different than you see yourself. I heard the other day that people, when they look at you, they find you 20% more attractive than the way you see yourself. So I don't know if it's like that with personality or also, but like, I mean, that's kind of good for me, because when I look at myself, I think, oh, like, man, I could really work on that part of myself, or like, I really hate the way that looks right now, So for me, it's good that it's at least 20% better. But like, just pay attention to it and think about what you want it to be, and then work towards that. And like I always say in all my videos, if you need help with anything, I'm more than willing to help. I would love to be there to encourage people. And like, if you wonder what people think about you and you don't know, if I know you on a personal level, I will be honest and I'll tell you exactly what I know about you. If it's been a long time since I've seen you, I'm sorry, but probably don't really know. But I could tell you like what I knew about you from when we did know each other more personally. But I'm there for support if you're going through a struggle, depression, addiction, any of the topics I've covered in the past. Like I said during those videos, more than willing to help out, and I would love to be there for people. So reach out, leave comments. You can, if you know me personally, text me, call me, whatever. If I don't answer the phone, I'm really bad at phone calls, but I will call back, or text you, whatever, if I'm at work and can't talk on the phone. But yeah, I'm there for you. I know the holiday season is a really hard time for certain people. Like, this is, like, tragically, this is one of the most depressing times of the year for most people. Like, if you've lost a loved one, or if you're lonely, or whatever it is, normally this time of year really amplifies that, and it stinks because depression is hard enough to deal with like any time of the year, but during the holidays it could be a lot worse, and I'm so sorry for people that are struggling with that. I'm more than willing to be your friend and support and be there for you. I battle my own depression, but because of that, I know how hard it is, and I'm totally there for you. So just let me know. But I gotta get going. It's time for me to go get my ice and get to work. So I'm not that late person every day. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a great day.